It's hard to know what to say because that was so emotionally overwhelming, and I was gonna prepare a speech, and so we just got home from Japan 12 hours ago or something like that, and I started writing little bits of things here and there, but after hearing everything that's been said tonight and hearing Jeff, it's so great to not only have you as a friend, but to have you here tonight because you're so wonderful and kind and generous and eloquent in talking about what people do. Because I think that's why we're here. This whole thing started years ago when I was coming home, or I was actually going to the studio one night. We have a studio in Northridge. Don't tell anybody. We have a studio in Northridge. And it was a particularly cold February, and I noticed how many people were on the street. And, you know, I'd cooked before for charities and for fundraisers and things like that, which is always great. But I was looking at these people that needed to eat, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, let's make some food and give it to the people. And we basically literally knocked on Rowan's door and said, like, how do we do this? And he said, great, just let's figure it out. We pulled up in the parking lot, we started feeding people. And there's something about the simple human interaction of handing someone a plate of food that needs food. When you ask them if they'd like beef or pork, and they say, both, please. And you give them both, and they say, God bless you. They mean it. So then, after doing it once, it was like, oh, let's do more. How can we do more? And then Rowan's like, okay, could you feed 500 people? I'm like, yeah, we feed 500. Could you feed 800 people? Yeah, we feed. Can you feed 2,000 people? I'm like, I don't know. But let's figure it out, and let's see if we can. Because there is something simple and beautiful about that simple interaction, which is showing love and care and compassion for another human being. But it's also really good barbecue. So then you think, like, okay, what do I want to do when I grow up? Because it hasn't necessarily happened yet. So what do I want to do? What is, like, think about it. Think about all of the things that you can do. What can I do? Like, I could pick up a guitar and like play a song and write a song and go scream at people for 3 hours and there's lights and smoke and shit like that. Like, that's fun. That's really fun. But I can also do this other thing, which is just this thing, but it can help so many people. So think about, I was talking to someone earlier about this today. Like, what's the one thing you can do that will help others? You might consider it to be just this thing that you do, but what if you actually went out and did it for others to bring joy and love and happiness? You know, it's funny, there are parallels between the cooking thing. First of all, I'm not a fucking chef by any means. Like, I could cook, but I'm not a chef. But there are these parallels between music and this cooking thing. So if you think about it, like, when you come up with a recipe, that's your song. When you begin your cook, that's like your... I'm not good with microphones. That's when you begin your cook, that's your recording of an album, right? And then you're serving the food, that's your performance. And if they come around for seconds, that's your encore. And so, but basically what you're doing is you're sharing this joy and this happiness and love. But the reward ultimately is to give. And when I think of what I'd love to do for the rest of my life, it's to give. I have a lot of stuff in my iPhone right now that I could probably read to you, but I'd maybe rather go dance with everyone in that techno club that I can hear. I'd like to thank everyone from Hope the Mission. You've been amazing. I'd like to, first of all, and as with music, it's better done with other people. It's fun to cook, but it's fun to cook with other people, for other people. And I can't accept this award all by myself because I got my guys. I got my guys who helped me cook. Come on, Jared. Come on, you gotta stand up. You gotta stand up. Come on now. These are these guys. I know they look like they own a nightclub. They also know how to make barbecue. But I mean, we're talking like these 30-hour cooks in a cold parking lot where it starts to rain or it starts to snow or whatever. And the only reason that we do this is because we look forward to the outcome of giving to others and to seeing that simple interaction and the joy and the love of sharing with other people. I'd like to thank my wife, Jordan, for her incredible grace and inspiration. You know, I'd come home from these cooks smelling like a fireman covered in barbecue sauce. I'd like to thank her for inspiring me to do better. I'd like to thank my band. I mean, I could go on and on. Oscar and Dennis, like, you guys were so amazing. Next time, I'll write a speech. But until then, if you guys ever want to come and help us make this food for others, you're totally welcome to come hang out. It's a long night. It's 36 hours in a parking lot around a fire, and it's really great. But it goes back to each one teach one, right? Each one teach one. If you guys want to learn how to make barbecue, come hang out. I'll show you how to do it. And then we can go feed thousands and thousands and thousands of more people. So, okay, see ya.